Hello everyone, in this video I'll be ranking the best health foods on a tier list. Starting out first, we got one of the most healthy but not so tasty foods with kale. Now kale is good if you're lacking a lot of micronutrients and you need that in your diet, but you can do things with kale like put it in a smoothie if you don't like the flavor. I'm going to put this in the A tier. It is a very healthy food, but it kind of tastes like dirt and I'm not a fan of what it does to any type of meal that I put it into, but it is very healthy, so it does warrant a very high rating. Next, we got bacon, which this is not a health food whatsoever. This is linked to different types of cancer. Bacon, while it does taste good, isn't very good for your body, so I gotta put that in the F tier, unfortunately. Next, we got shrimp. Now, shrimp's honestly pretty good. I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Shrimp is tasty. You can have it with a little cocktail sauce, and it's delicious. Or you can just have it straight up the way it is, or putting garlic. Like, it's a tasty protein that I think is kind of underrated. Next, we got what I think this is chicken breast. This looks like a pretty good chicken breast with grilled marks on, so I want to put that in the S tier. Chicken breast is one of the best protein sources because it's going to be high in good amounts of amino acids, high in protein, low in carbs, low in fat. And one of the nice things about chicken breast is it works very well in an air fryer. So if you got chicken breast, a little bit of breadcrumbs, you can make literal chicken nuggets from your chicken breast, make it taste good, and give you a lot of protein. So yeah, easy S tier. And yeah, now we got cheese. Cheese I'm going to put in the C tier. There is some cheeses that are, high in protein, and cheese isn't bad per se. It depends on what types of cheese you're looking at. Processed is pretty bad, but as you get into the less processed cheeses and closer to like real dairy foods, then it gets a bit better for you. There is some cheeses that are high in protein, so I'm gonna put it in the C tier. Someone got mad at me last time for putting cheese in the C tier in terms of protein, but I guess for overall health, it's kind of the same thing as a C. Just there's a lot of bad cheeses out there that are very very high processed, but it is what it is. Next, I think this is ham. I'll put ham in the B tier. Ham is another good protein source, but it is very high in salt. And oftentimes, if you're getting ham, it's going to be very processed. And the more processed a food is, the more additives like salt and things like that it has in it. And then the more, bad it becomes for you. So it can't go any higher than B tier, I don't think, just due to those factors. But there's many different types of ham that looks pretty fresh. And, ham tastes good if you have it done right. So, yeah. Next, we got chicken legs, and these are also another solid protein. I'm A or B. I'll put them in A tier. Chicken legs taste really good, and again, it's another chicken food that you can put in an air fryer and make taste delicious. So if you want to get versatile, it's one of the cheaper options out there, and everyone's getting hit by inflation. So, it's a pretty good protein option. It's up there. I'd say chicken breast is better, but if you're on a budget or even if you see chicken legs on sale, it's honestly worth it to kind of get those, or chicken thighs. Any chicken, it's good, but chicken breast is best. Just the more costly option. Next, we got salmon. It's an easy S tier. Comes with a lot of omega-3 fatty acids. Very healthy for you. Now, that is kind of the big thing with salmon. The fats are all healthy fats, as omega-3 fatty acids are liquid whenever it's like cold out. So it's not going to clog up your arteries, and it's how fish can survive in cold waters. So yeah, S tier, high protein, omega-3s. That's what you want. Next we got, I think that's haddock. I'm going to put that at the top of the A tier. And I'll put somewhere around there. Haddock's another high protein food that has have omega-3 fatty acids. Not as much as salmon. It's still very high up there. You might be able to swap either of these out. It really just depends. I find salmon has a bit of a better taste when it's pan fried. So that's why it goes in the S tier. Next we got, I think, is this steak or is this steak? This just looks like beef tenderloin. I had to get it close there to see what it is. I really like beef. High in iron, high in a lot of vitamins and minerals. You know what? I'm going to put them both up here. I like steak a little bit more, but it's kind of hard to tell. It could be a steak there, just thinly chopped, or it could be any type of beef. Beef gets a bad reputation. It has a lot of nutrients in it that some others don't really have. It's got vitamin A. It's got all sorts of different things. So yeah, I'm putting that in the S tier. I think that's white rice. I love white rice, but it's like basmati or jasmine rice a little bit better. It's okay. It's good. It doesn't really pack much nutritional value. The wild races typically do a bit more, so I'm going to put that in the C tier. I eat rice very often, but it doesn't pack a whole lot. It's just carbs. Good for the gym, things like that, if you need to get quick, easy to digest carbohydrates in, but C tier. Next, we got protein powder. And now I am someone that loves protein powder. I have like 20 different tubs of it right now. I'm going to put it in the B tier though, because a lot of people over rely on protein powders. You should be getting most of your protein from whole foods, and protein powder is kind of a supplement to that. But I've been guilty before too of relying too much on whey protein powders, and that can cause some issues down the road. So I'm going to throw that in the B tier just because there is better options for protein. And yeah, next we got eggs. I want to put eggs up in the A tier. Eggs are high in choline, which is a precursor to acetylcholine. It's a brain neurotransmitter. So it's not gonna make you smarter, but it does help out with cognition, and it's high in protein. High in cholesterol, but it has both low density and high density cholesterols. I like eggs when they're cheap. When they're like, when we had that big eggflation there, when eggs were really expensive, wasn't a huge fan of it because it's just so costly. But yeah, that's an A tier, I'd say. Next we have beans. Now beans, I think, are another solid food. I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Beans come packed with fiber and protein. It is a plant-based protein, but beans are really healthy. And I find they add a unique texture. Like I like burrito bowls a lot, and throwing in black beans, they're interesting. They add texture to it that no other vegetable protein can really add. So if you like beans, throw them in everything. They're pretty solid. I think that's beef. Maybe beef liver. If it's beef liver, I don't like the taste of beef liver, being honest, but beef liver is super healthy for you. So yeah, that's going in the S tier. It has like all the vitamins, all the minerals, everything you want in it. It's awesome. Next, we got oysters. Oysters are solid, another seafood. High in salt. I might put that in that B tier. Below protein powder. Oysters are, if you like them, really good, but high in salt. It's kind of similar to the other seafoods out there, but just less protein compared to some of them. If you like oysters, give her. They're pretty solid of a food. Next, I don't know if this might be beef liver. I'm just gonna put all the beefs up in the S tier. Beef solid. I could probably put fish up there. I'm gonna rearrange that there a little bit. And yeah, I'm a big fan of anything beef because it's gonna become packed with a lot of nutrients and things that you don't get from other foods. So I think two of these here look like steak, two of them look like beef liver. Hard to say what they are, but yeah. Next we got milk. Now I really like ultra filtered milk with the higher protein. I get like one that has 18 grams of protein per cup. That's amazing, but I don't know. I'll put it above there. It's good, high in calcium, which is good if you want to have nice strong bones. I don't know. I love the taste of milk. I get a chocolate milk, Natrel or Joya or Fairlife. Any of those three. Delicious. Finally, we got nuts. These nuts. I want to put nuts in the B tier. Nuts are good, healthy fats, but they are crazy high in calories. If you grab a handful of nuts or take a handful of strawberries will have like 50 calories. The handful of nuts will have like 500. So I love nuts, but you got to be careful with them, and they are tasty, so you can end up eating a lot of them. But there it is. There is my tier list of health foods. Let me know what you'd rank these in the comments below. I'm always curious what people would rank them, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.